Welcome back to the Movie Draft House. I'm your host, Mark, joined by co-host Jeff.
Hey, Mark, how we doing, buddy?
Hey.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, it's our
third anniversary?
This would be... Yeah, we're going to year 4, so yeah. No.
Yeah, because our first anniversary, we did Van Damme month.
That's
and
true.
Our second anniversary, we did Draft-A-Theme, and this is our second annual Draft-A-Theme.
Well, thanks for
celebrate
remembering.
our third anniversary.
I feel
of making
special.
Pods.
I'll make a pod with you any day.
Do you regret it yet?
No, I mean, if I did, it's kind of too late.
Yeah, you probably would have stopped a while back.
My life is already set in motion. Just here. We just living my life now.
Yeah. You've seen a lot of older movies now. You're almost cultured.
I'm glad you bring that up because, by the way, new theme music for here on the podcast moving forward. Happy anniversary to us.
Yeah.
So please leave us kind remarks about that. The algorithms made it.
Yeah. It's probably, who knows? Who knows what will happen musically from here on out?
Who knows? It's always
Mark
a surprise.
will no longer need to beg and scratch and claw to find people.
That had become the bane of my existence because I did enjoy the music.
Yeah.
It had become a chore. It was such a chore that I was just like looking for just like anybody that would say yes. Because like some of them would say no, and I'm like, fuck, I got to do this more.
Really? How'd that get it? They said, "What's the name of the show?" And they started an episode, and they're like, "Nah,
no, I mean
we don't want to be associated with your bullshit."
No, some of them, you have to go through management.
Yeah, we're not interested in that.
You have to just jump through kind of some hoops. You have to, like they want to know if you're bringing in any money. And
God, no.
Right.
We don't even know what money is.
So it was the whole thing is like some of them were like, hey, no, talk to this person. I'm like, no, I don't want to talk to that person. Anyways.
Don't worry, I'm going to record a song soon.
Oh,
I learned one chord on the guitar.
Yes. I also
our new theme.
I also know some chords. We can start a band.
Oh, we should just record a theme. Next time I come over, we'll record one.
I know like 4 chords. That's it.
That's shit. I think you only need 2 to make a song, right? I don't know. We didn't say it would be good.
That's true. Anyways, Jeff, the theme for our anniversary month is
Draft-A-Theme. So what we do in June is, we started our podcast in June. This is our anniversary month. So starting last year on June, we draft a theme. We take a look back at all the different themes we've done over the past however many months and pick a theme per week. Each of us take turns, and then we pick a movie fitting that theme. Now, once that theme is picked, it is retired. So this week I picked erotic thrillers, and sadly, one of my favorite themes we've done is now retired. But so next year I won't be able to draft it in the year following. So that's the whole idea. And so I went back to erotic thrillers specifically because this one was on my short list last time we did it. And it is sort of the granddaddy of them all. It's the one that sort of made this genre a thing. That I don't know whether that means it's the best or not, but it certainly set the tone. So I picked Fatal Attraction, 1987, directed by Adrian Lyne, written by James Dearden, and starring Michael Douglas and Glenn Close, as well as Ann Archer and Stuart Pankin. So, Mark.
Yeah.
You said you had not seen this. Is that correct?
That is correct.
You've undoubtedly heard of it, though.
Yeah, no, sure. It's one of those where it never really came up. Like I never found myself in front of a TV where it was on. You know, it was a blind spot, but like I'm not a big Michael Douglas fan, and so
We've covered that.
yeah. So like he's just the same. He's the same dude in every movie. And this reinforces my opinion about that. Spoiler alert. Whose bright idea was to cast Glenn Close in this?
Okay.
And did you know Adrian Lin got nominated for Best Director for this film?
I did not know that.
That's
but
wild. It's wild.
why is that wild?
Because
I'm going to tip my hand. This movie kicks ass. To me.
Okay.
So him being nominated, not that big of a surprise. Other than that, this movie's actually good, and the Academy really likes nominating pretentious bullshit.
No, it just
go down that
like
road
of the erotic thrillers that we have now watched, 5 in total. Mm-hmm. This out of 1 being at the top, 5 being at the bottom. This is number 5.
Wow, you don't like it? Let me refresh my memory here. We did, of course, Basic Instinct, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Benedetta, which is the nun.
Yep.
Voyeurs, which was the Sydney Sweeney one.
Yep. Sydney
and
Sweeney tits.
Then Disclosure.
Yeah, I like that one.
You
better.
think this is the worst of those?
This was the worst. And the reason I say that is because one, Michael Douglas and Glenn Close's attraction is not believable at all. Glenn Close is not good looking. I'm sorry, Glenn Close. You're a legend on screen. I apologize to all you 80s people out there that probably jerked off to this movie and her tits, but she is not attractive in this movie. None. Not whatsoever. His wife is 100 times more attractive in this movie than Glenn Close. And the entire movie, I'm thinking, what the fuck, bro? You got that at the house? And you go over this crazy bitch? No.
Oof.
No, didn't like, and then she like Glenn Close is a great actress. There's no denying that. She's fine in this film, as an actress. But like, as far as the title, Fatal Attraction, there's only one fatality, and spoiler alert, it's Glenn Close.
But it's based on their attraction.
But Michael Douglas
What
being
did you
attracted,
want, a bloodbath?
Michael Douglas being attracted to this crazy lady is not believable. It's just not. I found myself like dumbfounded how he's attracted to this crazy lady.
Well, she wasn't crazy in the beginning.
No, but their attraction, like, she's so wild-eyed and like her hair is so crazy that I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
It's the 80s, right? So the hair looks like that.
I guess, but like, it just, I don't know, man.
So
I don't know. But he's an asshole in this movie through and through, and he's such an he plays such unlikable character. That's why I hate the films that he's in. It's because he's so unlikable. I can't say
I won't pick another Michael Douglas film, but I don't really want to hear this argument again. So go back and listen to Disclosure. Go back and listen to Basic Instinct if you want to hear how
he
much
always
you
plays
hate
assholes. He always plays assholes. Like, there's zero reason that
he
this
does
movie shows
play
us
assholes, and that's called he's a character actor. Then at that point,
well, I mean, he is, but he's not, because he's done enough movies where he's more far-reaching than that. But the movie gives zero reason to the audience where Michael Douglas should be cheating on his wife. We're just left to assume that he just wants to.
I'm not going to say there's no reason, because there are moments.
Yeah, sure. The daughter's in the bed, and
right. The daughter's in the bed, or there's that moment after the affair where he's trying to get some, and she kind of is like, "Nah, we're good. No thanks." And so maybe we don't know as viewers how long it's been since they've been intimate, and I don't know how long they've been married. They've got a young daughter who's probably 4-ish, and who knows how long it's been since he's gotten laid. And here this woman regardless of how you feel about her physical appearance, shows interest in him, and he reciprocates.
Sure.
And
yeah,
we
no, I mean, I get how an affair works.
about yes, thank you. And we talked before that I always wondered why Michael Douglas is in these movies where he's always pulling hot ladies. And would you think maybe that now he's pulling someone that's in his class, for better lack of a better term?
No, because he's with his wife, and she's a smoke show.
Okay, but
as far as like Glenn Close goes, yes, he's the better looking of the two.
Well, I wasn't trying to say that. Damn, you just have it out for Glenn Close.
No, she is to me. She is completely unattractive in this movie. And maybe that's half on purpose because she's meant to be crazy.
I've been giving you a hard time, but I agree. There's something about her deep set features and the makeup with the wild hair that really does not do her any favors.
No, it doesn't.
So I agree.
And
however,
so she in the movie she says she's 37, I think. And so I had to look it up. I was like, "There's no fucking way." And so I went and I looked up how old was Glenn Close when she made Fatal Attraction, and she was 40. So she was only 3 years off.
The new fucking 18. Listen, I don't know.
I don't know, man. But like that blew my mind. It blew my mind that she was 40 when she made this movie. And bro, we are her age.
Yeah.
It's wild to me how time works.
I mean, how old was Michael Douglas at this point?
I don't know. I didn't look it up.
Probably about the same, right? I don't think that they like none of that bothered me. And like I said, he just is probably horny, and he had this opportunity. His wife was out of town. And what's interesting is like he never gets remorseful.
Right.
You never get a moment where like, man, I fucked up. Like I think there's maybe a little bit when he gets back the first time, but then he goes and spends like 2 more days with her.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. But to me, I think Glenn Close is really good in this movie.
No,
I think she's a great actress. And I think the story is tense and exhilarating. Like when it ended, I'm like, damn, that's a wild ride. And this is my second viewing, and I still had that tension at the end. And there's so many great scenes in this movie of, thrilling surprises, intense, like when he breaks into her house after she's kidnapped their kid and he's trying to like kill her. That was so intense. And yet I found myself being like, get her, and you forget that he sort of is part of the problem. He is
the problem. No, yeah, he is
not the problem, right? Like being in an affair, he did not that he did everything right, but he did establish, I'm married. This is we're just having fun, right? And she couldn't deal with that. Now, granted, if you have sex with someone that isn't your wife, you're inviting this shit on yourself. But there are a lot of people who have affairs whose kids don't get kidnapped and they don't have her come in and cook their pets.
Hey, that's a theme for these Michael Douglas movies too, by the way.
What's that?
Where the animal gets cooked.
What did
we're left to believe the animal gets cooked.
No, that was the bunny. The bunny got cooked. They literally show you the bunny in the pot.
Yes, I know, but I'm saying that's a theme in the movies. They have 80s
right,
Michael Douglas films. And Disclosure.
Did he cook an animal in Disclosure? I know that he did or maybe she did. She cooked the dog.
She did.
Or pretended to cook the dog.
She pretended to cook the dog.
That was War of the Roses.
Oh, that's right. War of the Roses.
Yeah. Oh, what a great film that was.
Wait, did we watch that as part of?
No, that was
Erotic Thrillers?
directed and starred.
Oh, that's right.
Danny
what's
DeVito.
his face? Yeah. Okay. Anyways, but I was thinking when that happened, I was like, holy shit, this is another 80s movie where the lady that he's involved romantically with cooks a fucking animal.
Yeah. You got to cook a dog or a cat or a bunny or something. Otherwise, it's not the 80s.
It's wild. You know, this movie is wild. What was wild to me is that, like the film didn't even waste any time establishing that Glenn Close was crazy. He was like, "Oh,
did. When did you? When? Okay,
they
explain
didn't waste
to me
time. They didn't waste any time establishing that she was crazy."
I don't think they
like,
made her look crazy at the beginning.
The first night that they're together, she ends it with slitting her wrist.
No, that was like 2 nights in, right? So the first night
I don't know.
is, yeah. So the first night, you know, his wife goes away. They have that dinner, and then they hook up in his kitchen, maybe, and then they head to her place, and they hook up in the elevator, and then he gets up. He leaves that morning before she even wakes up, and he gets back to his place.
Leaves a note?
And I think he leaves a note, but then she calls him and is like, I thought we were going to hang out today. And that's when they go out and he pretends to have a heart attack. How fucking hilarious is that? Pretending to have a heart attack. Idiot.
He probably should have had a heart attack.
Anyway, but, you know, so that it takes a minute to get there, I think. It's after that second night where he's getting up to go that she slits her wrists.
I
right?
remember.
And then even then, she's like, I'm sorry, you know, I just have these emotional problems. And there are multiple times where she agrees to end it. And I think there are times where she means it. But she keeps interpreting certain things that he does as signals of his affection. So when she goes into the office to see him and she has tickets for this opera that he loves, he's like, I'm not doing it. She's like, I understand. It's okay, you know. And they get up and she extends her hand to shake. And he hugs her. And you see in her face that she sort of soaks it in. And that kind of turns on this woman who clearly has mental health issues and gets her back where she's like, yeah, he does like me. And then you see later on, after he tries to murder her, that she felt that him even coming to see her was a sign that he was still interested in her.
Okay, let me ask you this. Was he in the right? Was that the right call, trying to go murder her?
So if the police, so he has no evidence that she picked her up.
Correct.
And so
he's thinking, how do I prove it? I can't. I just got to go kill this bitch and get my kid back.
Yeah. I think his intention was to try to scare her off of.
Nah, he was going to kill.
He got over the top for sure. I don't think when he went over there, his intention was murder.
But okay, so I ask, was that the good call? Was that a good call?
I don't know. Okay, in this movie, no, it was not a good call. Now,
was he justified?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the other part. The other side of it is that if you kidnap someone's child, regardless of whether you hurt them or not, you fucked around way too much.
Oh yeah, you're dead. It may, like if I find you, you're dead.
Yeah. And had he killed her in that scene and that was the end of the movie, I would have just been like, damn, that's a hell of an ending. But I also would have been like, I also feel like it's justified. Like, hurting someone's children is like the worst thing you could do to someone. And she did it, you know, and that's when he reacted with violence. So yeah, I think he was justified. I don't think it was a good idea, but if the cops aren't going to believe you, like if you can go to the cops and say, she picked up my daughter from school. And you go and they're like, okay, how do you know she did it? Well, she's been harassing us, but do you have proof? Like, you're the cop. Explain to me how he would be able to get the police to believe that she abducted the child, because the child comes home perfectly happy and safe. I had a great day. I guess the child would be a witness though, right? Like you could be like,
well,
who picked you up after school?
But like the people at the school would, the first place
they
you go to.
They clearly are inept.
Right. First place you'd go is back to the school and be like, hey, who picked up this kid? They'd be like, oh, this crazy lady with big hair.
Yeah, but are they going to admit it now? Yeah, we fucking gave her to the wrong person.
Oh, I mean, they would have. I mean, they're caught. I mean, they'd have
Yeah.
to. But no, it's just you go back to the school and you say, hey, who picked up my kid? They're like, oh, this crazy lady, and you're like, oh shit. And the cops go, who's this crazy lady? And I'll be like, oh, damn, shit's out the bag.
We don't know is the answer. Who's this crazy lady? We don't know.
No.
She was
Why? I mean,
blonde
why
and
would
had
you?
insane
Why would you
hair.
tell? Why would you tell the cops you don't know if it's your kid? Right?
No,
you're worried about your kid.
He would know, but the staff who allowed
Right.
the daughter to be taken away, they don't know who she is.
No, but so the cops ask the staff. The staff tell the cops, crazy lady, big hair. Cops then go back to Michael Douglas and go, hey, they said it was a crazy lady, big hair. Michael Douglas goes, shit. I know exactly who that is. And they're like, who is it? And they be like, this bitch I'm fucking. And then the whole story's out. But then they
Do
know
they have
they have a
enough to
suspect.
arrest her?
At that point, I would say probably. If they, I mean, video wasn't really a thing in school.
Yeah, video
back
would
then,
be
but,
super damning.
But yes, I would say so. You have witnesses. Even if she doesn't have the kid anymore and she dropped it off at the house, she still kidnapped the kid from the school.
Yeah.
Kidnapping doesn't end just when you release the kid. You still kidnap the kid. But yeah, no, I mean, shit, jail.
At least Baker actor. Of course, that's a Florida thing, but
That is I mean, every state has its version of it, but
yeah, basically send her to some sort of institution.
Psychiatric
Yeah.
evaluation. No, this lady, she is like, and then they go on a roller coaster, like taking this 4-year-old. I was like,
That
that
was
4-year-old
insane.
was not tall enough to get on that ride.
It's a
fuck outta
shitty
here.
wooden roller coaster for one, but that's what they had back then.
That's true.
But yeah, that whole sequence was, I thought that was a tense sequence, seeing her on the roller coaster, because they kept showing the little girl's face and you couldn't tell which way this was going to go. Is the kid having fun? Is the kid upset? And I know that she's not in her right mind, but I wonder what her intention really is there. Is she trying to win the daughter over? As being like, you like me more than your mom, don't you? We can be a family.
We just met, but you like me more, don't you?
Also, do you believe that she was pregnant?
No.
Yeah, definitely not.
No, that's something crazy people do.
Yeah, I agree. I like the pregnancy thing is something that a lot of people do when they're trying to keep a partner.
Oh yeah, it's a
That's how I landed my wife. I was like, "Honey, I'm pregnant,"
She's like,
and
fuck.
she's like,
she's
"Shit."
like, I'll pay for the abortion.
She said, "Whose baby is that?" I said, "It's your baby, dear." Turned out to be gas.
damn it.
Yeah.
Miscarriage. Yeah, I just a manipulative tactic by crazy people in fucked up relationships is they'll often try to trap each other, and by telling outlandish lies, or back in the 80s there probably was ways that they could prove otherwise, but Michael Douglas was quick to be like, hey, I'll pay for it. Let's go dump that baby in a toilet.
Damn.
She's like, no, I'm keeping it.
Right, but because there isn't one.
Right.
Yeah, it's the thing. She had the whole thing is that at some point she would probably have to fake a miscarriage, and then he's gone again. She doesn't think shit out, but it's fine because the character is out of their head. So, was your only problem with this movie you didn't see chemistry,
Yes.
or you didn't buy?
No, I didn't
So
buy
you-
the attraction part. And so, in the movie like this, the first half-ish kind of the movie is their affair, and like that is what
What if he's attracted to the fact that she's a freak and she does butt stuff?
I mean,
Do you think does that help?
If it's established in the film, sure.
Would you have liked that? Like if they had established butt things.
Yeah, if
And he's
like
like-
when
like,
they're
if
when they're
they're
talking
on-
at the bar when they first
Okay.
meet,
And she's like,
and
in the
she's
butt.
like, yeah, she's like, yo, I really like butt sex, and he's like, dope, I really
Shit,
like
I've
butt
never
sex.
done that. I'm
Right.
gonna do the butt. Okay.
So
So we would fix the film doing that then.
no, I mean, no, it's because I still don't buy the attraction. Just simply because I don't think Michael
Even with
Douglas
butt
is
stuff.
yeah, yes. But I still don't think Michael Douglas, the character, would be attracted to this woman because of the caliber of woman that he's already pulled. You know, this
But
this
she
woman
doesn't do butt things.
doesn't. I don't know.
Matter
He
of fact, he
married her.
can't even get laid in this movie.
He married. Like, listen, like marriage is hard, bro.
Okay.
You know, you go
that
through
doesn't
some,
mean-
some dry spouts. You know, I mean,
Well, that's
like,
what I'm saying, and that's why he's out here, willing to pursue this because of dry spells.
right. I just don't buy the attraction behind Michael Douglas and Glenn Close, and like Glenn Close is great in this movie as a crazy lady. She's fantastic. Michael Douglas, he's Michael Douglas. I don't really.
I
care
love
about him.
Michael Douglas. I'm gonna watch more Michael Douglas movies.
I'm like looking at the IMDb right now for Fatal Attraction, and it's playing like Michael Douglas greatest hits trailers or some shit.
Hell yeah.
And it's like the same. He's the same character in every movie, except like
Romancing the Stone.
yeah, that and the president's the one where he's the president.
I don't know what that is.
But anyways,
What about where he's Hank Pym.
that's old Michael Douglas, which to his credit is like real far away from everything that he's ever done, and so kudos to him for being an old ass man and doing an MCU movie. But I just like.
Have you seen Falling Down?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different. I mean, very different from his other stuff, and like so, like more stuff like that is where I like to my Michael Douglas to be, but I just here he's the same character we've seen him in every other movie we've reviewed that he's been in, and it's like okay, all right. No, I did enjoy the parts where he is desperate. Like you're talking about, he's looking for his kid. He's trying to make sure, like, I thought that the scene where he like slams Glenn Close up against the wall, real hard and is very tense. And I'm like, okay, Michael Douglas, let's go.
What if in that scene he slams her against the wall and then Macho Man Randy Savage is there and it breaks into a recreation of the scene from Ready to Rumble where he suplexes her and then Savage comes in? Would that save the film for you?
It might have. It's not. I understand that Fatal Attraction, the movie, is kind of this, 80s erotic thriller. The 80s were the erotic thriller time, and so I get the gravity this movie holds with people who are Michael Douglas fans or that era of film fans. I get it. It's just like, to me, it's just like and the film like could have ended different ways. I thought the ending was kind of bonkers.
I love the ending. Like that whole sequence in the bathroom at the end is so Hitchcockian. Like the thing where she's starting the bath, and of course the shots and the angles of her preparing the bath is right out of Psycho.
Yeah.
But then like the way the camera moves, so you get that final reveal of Glenn Close is in the bathroom where the camera it's at the tub and then it pans around a little lower and then it slowly moves up his wife's side, and then you see the foggy mirror and then she wipes it away and Glenn Close is in shot. That's awesome. And then you get that tense thing where she's like talking to her, what are you doing here? Like she thought that she had already ended it. Like, your husband's cheating on you. Why are you here? And she's digging into her thigh with the knife. And it's just really tense. And then Michael Douglas is downstairs and he can't hear her because the kettle's going off, and it's really tense. And then he runs upstairs and drowns her.
Or he thought.
Right. And then she pops back up and you get the shot.
Like 10 minutes later, she like
10 minutes. You're being sarcastic. Not sarcastic. What's the word? Exaggerating. So
but like
I love the ending to this. And then like they do that. They show you them take her to the morgue, I guess. And then we get the credits.
I do love that the 80s
ending.
films just end.
Yeah.
They just end. Last
Yeah,
character
what
dies.
else do we need? Do we really need an epilogue of him like being a good husband?
No,
I
because
think
we know he's not.
Right. I would think a better epilogue would have been him at the bar with some other crazy lady.
Right. He's
He just like, let's get out of here, and just does it again.
No, I thought the real question mark was his wife, kind of sticking around as long as she did.
I think the car accident kind of put them in a position where she couldn't be away from him. I love the scene when he goes to the hospital and her mom is there and she's shooting daggers.
Oh yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
then he goes in the room there where his wife is and her dad is there. And he's like, I'm going to murder you for what you've done. And he has to sit there and deal with it. I loved that scene.
Yeah. All of it, that's very effective. I think, whoever played the part of his wife, Ann Archer, she does a lot of heavy lifting with very minimal screen time. And I think that's, pretty admirable for her role, and kind of just shows how, because she plays the doting wife very, very well. And, and then in the second half of the film, she has to hate, Michael Douglas. And it just it was a good part. It was a good part for this actress, and I've never seen her anything else, but thought it was good, good casting there. She's aged very well, this Ann Archer.
Yeah, I know, I'm not surprised you haven't seen her in anything because you only watched shit that came out in the last 3 weeks.
That's true.
But she was in Patriot Games.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that.
So there you go.
Been a long
I'm
time.
a little surprised
It's been
you've
a
seen
long
it.
Well, Patriot Games,
Not that
that's Harrison Ford.
I'll be honest, I've never seen it. Yes. Never fucking saw it.
That's what Jack, no, what's his name?
Oh, it's the guy that's been played by a lot of people.
Yeah. What's that?
Jack Ryan.
Jack Ryan. Yep. But yeah. So anyways, I don't know what else to say about the movie.
I'm really surprised you didn't like this.
Because
it's so fucking good.
It reminded me of stuff we've already watched, and I'm like, damn, I've seen this guy before, and he's played the same dude. And like Glenn Close, at least her role was very meaty, and she's a good actress, so I was entertained throughout.
Yeah.
I just when it comes down to did I enjoy the movie? Did I enjoy the movie? Kind of a loaded question, because yes and no. Yes, because it was entertaining.
It's not a loaded question. I'm not asking you a deep, dark thing. Did you fucking like the movie or not? When you sat down and you watched it after there, well, that
I wasn't
to
bored.
me, that's such a easy way to say yes without saying yes.
No, I just it's a movie that
you can enjoy movies that aren't good, right? I think we would both say that Ready to Rumble's not a good movie.
Not a good movie.
But we enjoyed it.
Enjoyed it, yeah.
You enjoyed it, and that's fine.
So no, the answer is no then, because I did not feel the same way watching this as I did watching Ready to Rumble.
Damn. So this is worse than Ready to Rumble.
As far as films go, no. But as far
I want this on the poster. Ready to Rumble. Better than Fatal Attraction. Mark.
But as far as like, sheer entertainment, Ready to Rumble eats this for lunch. And that's close, not close, but Glenn Close saves this movie from just me being like, write it off, I don't care. Is because her character, she's a caliber of actress that regardless of what else is happening in the movie, she is the focal point. And that's hard, I don't know how popular Glenn Close was at the time. But Michael Douglas, super popular,
Right.
So he is why people went to watch this movie, I believe. And then, they get treated to a Glenn Close performance. I just don't know if Glenn Close was anywhere near the caliber of A-list as he was at the time.
Well, I don't know how A-list he really was. It was like Romancing of the Stone. And then, like, there aren't any other, like, huge hits.
Well, I mean, what were they?
There aren't any.
I mean, you see hits, but like, what were the films?
The Jewel of the Nile.
Yep.
A chorus line. It was in a music video with Billy Ocean, who I love Billy Ocean. A movie called It's My Turn, Running, China Syndrome, Coma.
No,
Like,
okay, so Fatal
names.
Attraction, Wall Street, War of the
Wall
Roses.
Street's after this.
Yeah.
After this.
Well, I mean, they both came out in '87.
The
Fatal
Basic
Attraction, Wall
Instinct
Street.
fucking smashes everything.
Yeah. So, like, Romancing the Stone and Jewel of the Nile kind of like catapulted him, I think. And
I
then
think Fatal Attraction.
I mean, it could have. It could. I don't know. I have no recollection.
I just remember, and I was a kid when this came out.
Right.
And I just remember it being such a thing, like such a. Have you seen Fatal Attraction? So it had a budget of $14 million,
Okay.
and it grossed $156 million.
Yeah. I mean, that's
So,
a hit. That's a smash
hit.
Yeah. So, I mean, okay. So this was his. Now, go back to.
I'm pulling up Romancing the Stone.
Yeah.
10 million
Okay.
was the budget. 76 million was the gross.
Okay.
So a success.
Yeah.
But Basic Instinct smashed that shit.
I think
Not Basic Instinct, the one before it.
Romancing the Stone is more of maybe a cult classic. Maybe not even cult classic, but just
There
kind
are
of
a lot of people who really love it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool. I need to watch it sometime because I love Kathleen Turner. So
So, anyways, Jeff, do you recommend this one?
absolutely, this is like a damn near 10 out of 10 movie to me. I love it.
That's
Like
good.
when it
Okay.
comes to this genre, man, it's thrilling, fast paced, well acted. I think it's a winner.
I mean, good. Round of
Yeah,
applause.
fuck off is what you're trying to say. That's okay.
No, I unfortunately am not going to agree.
You're on record now.
Yeah.
You said that this is not as good as Ready to Rumble.
Sheer entertainment value, correct. Now, if we're weighing
In what way,
cinematic
then,
value,
You think this is better than?
oh
Ready
yeah,
to Rumble?
right. If we're talking like actual movies and cinematography and production value, all that bullshit, then yes, this.
So you're
Takes the
locked
cake.
in a room and there's two DVDs.
Yeah, I'm watching Ready,
Ready to Rumble.
Yeah,
You're watching Ready to Rumble. Okay.
Absolutely. I mean,
All
that's
right.
that's the litmus
I'd
test,
probably
right?
watch it with you. I'd be happy either way. Like if someone thought they were going to torture me with Ready to Rumble, I'd be like, put it on. Let's go.
Yeah, it's just these 80 films, they're so similar, and that's across the 80s is
Here
that
we go again with this bullshit.
No,
Here we go again. How many 80 movies have you seen?
I've seen quite a few now that I've been doing this podcast with you. All right,
And they're all the same.
no, a lot of them are very similar.
This movie is just like Prom Night. It's basically the same film.
That was a 79 movie.
No, it wasn't. It was 1980. This movie, you know what this reminded me of? Fucking Lonely Guy. Just like it. Exact same film. You're out of your mind.
Anyways, Jeff, what are we watching next week?
Next week, we're watching The Muppets. We're basically, it's not even we're not venturing too far off the path, you know? Fatal Attraction, The Muppets, kind of the same shit.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, we're specifically watching the one from 2011 with Amy Adams and Jason Segel.
This was my pick for musical month.
Yeah, musical month. And
You saw
musical
it
month
once?
was, I believe I've seen this one, yeah.
Okay.
I remember really liking it. And also, musical month is our second most successful month.
Behind what?
Erotic thrillers.
I knew it.
Well, it was. I mean,
Yeah, it is correct. Yeah, I'm excited. Like that's why this monthly anniversary theme works so well, is because we can go from 1987 Fatal Attraction to 2011 The Muppets musical.
what the fuck did I pick as my other movie? I don't even remember now.
Tales from the Crypt. Demon Knight.
Shit! I can't wait. I forgot. Oh my gosh, I love that movie.
Hey, before I'm gonna forget by the time we get there, but I read that Chat GPT
Yeah.
had to, in their latest update.
Oh, the whole her fiasco.
Yeah. Where they I guess they asked Scarlett
Inspired
Johansson.
by.
Well, so they asked Scarlett Johansson if she would do the voice of the AI feature, and she was like, "No, sorry." And they're like, "Cool, no worries." And so,
We'll do it anyway.
so they had AI create what the voice would sound like if it was not Scarlett Johansson, and it happened to sound just like Scarlett Johansson. I thought that was super.
How
life
stupid
imitates art.
do you have to be? Had they just dumped it out there,
Right?
I don't even know that anyone would have noticed.
No, probably not.
How many people do you know that use ChatGPT?
I use it quite frequent, but I don't know anybody else that uses it as frequent as I do.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think they probably would have been better off just dumping it out there and asking for forgiveness than permission.
But like it's the whole thing of like how do you police AI, right?
With a gun.
Right. With Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know.
Oh yeah, in Skynet. Like, so that movie already exists.
Right. But like I don't understand. Like I understand Scarlett Johansson going, "Hey, this is my likeness. You got to change or you got to pay me." But like, what's stopping the Chat GPT people from being like, "Prove it, bitch"? You know,
money, because they don't have a lot of money.
yeah, probably. She's got more money than they do, but
Well, I mean, they're not fluid. They're not making money yet. So
no, but like, wait until the motherfucker's AI
I don't
comes
know,
to life.
man. I don't know. I mean,
That's wild.
AI isn't that smart. Like,
No, it's not. I'll like when because I'm also taking college classes, so I use Chat GPT to kind of like rough draft shit, and I'll give it a prompt, and it's become such. The main reason I use it is to structure my shit. I don't really use it for the content. It's because I can't trust the content. I use it for the structure and like sentence organization, all that. But like it'll like if you some people I know, well, some people I know just copy and paste shit and submit it as like a final thing for whatever they're doing, and like they don't even go back to read it. I'm like, bro, like that's just like fucking made up.
Yeah.
Like all that shit is wrong.
I saw on Twitter someone had posted, because Google just launched their AI.
Yeah.
And they're incorporating it into Google search. And someone searched, is it okay to smoke while pregnant? And the answer was like, doctors recommend you smoke 1 to 2 cigarettes a day while pregnant. It was just the complete opposite of it. Just so the issue with AI is that it's pulling in all this data, and there's no guarantee that it's accurate data.
Right.
It's essentially just roaming the internet.
Right.
And so there's a interesting podcast called Better Offline, if you want to hear about the shortcomings of AI and why this guy's pretty pissed about everything, but it's like why it's really probably not going to be a thing, and we're kind of hitting the wall now of what AI can really do.
I hope he's right. I hope he's not the first to die when Skynet comes self-aware.
I personally am on Skynet's side. I love Skynet.
They're not gonna save you, Jeff.
They're not going to save you.
Right, but you're also going to die.
Someone has to keep the computers plugged in, and I'm very good at plugging in computers. And I love Skynet.
Good to know. Hey, I did see a meme on Twitter. I don't actually know if it was a meme. It could have actually been real shit. But it was somebody shared like a screenshot of a Google AI search where they asked the Google AI, hey, is it true that cockroaches climb in and out of your penis hole? And the response from Google AI was, that's absolutely true. How do you think they got their name cockroaches? And I was like, that's probably a joke, but I've been fucking with AI long enough that it probably said that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I recently updated my resume using ChatGPT, and the interviewing manager knew it was AI.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're like, that's fucking AI. I'm like, busted.
I mean, how did they tell?
Because it was too good.
Oh,
they're like,
okay.
this is too good. Like
they knew
nobody
you.
talks like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was probably more of that than anything. It's like,
Yeah,
bitch, please.
Well, I mean, what's the fucking point of resume? I mean, your resume is supposed to be good.
Yeah, I got the job. So,
Okay, good. Anyways, don't forget to hit subscribe button when it pops up if you're watching here on YouTube. And if you want to follow the podcast on all your favorite social media platforms, even the ones where AI is on, you can find us at Movie Draft House. We're on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, right here on YouTube. So give us a like, follow, subscribe. If you want to follow Jeff on Twitter and tell him, hey, Skynet's not going to suck your Peter.
I don't think it will take that long until that AI is incorporated in that.
You can find them at Podcast by Jeff.
And if you see a thing on Twitter that says, name a Billy Zane role that isn't Titanic related, and you want to tag Mark on it and say Demon Knight, you can do so on Twitter at I Heard You Like.
What's the superhero movie he's in? From the 90s?
Oh, The Phantom.
The Phantom. That's it. I was thinking that and I couldn't remember the name of it. That would be my first response. Not Demon Knight.
Well, mine would be Demon Knight.
Anyways, catch us next week as we review The Muppets and hear Jason Segel sing to a puppet. And Jeff, any last words?
Yeah, I might be off of Twitter soon, so, try to follow while you can, but
Okay.
Twitter's been pissing me off lately, so fuck them.